All right, guys, welcome to the back nine of the 2019 National Tour event, the Delaware Disc Challenge. Disc Golf Challenge. I am Simon Lizotte, joined with Eagle McMahon, and we are the Crush Boy commentary coming at you guys from rainy Delaware. It is just a couple days after World Championships. No Paul Macbeth, but we have Ricky Wysocki, James Conrad, Dave Feldberg, and local legend, superstar Mike Moser.
Yes, that is what we have. Front nine, we saw no bogeys from Ricky, but some bogeys from a few other people. The rain is kind of stopped now, so we're hopefully going to see some more scoring conditions, see some crazy shots. Now we have hole 10. It's a par 4, 625 feet. Last year, it was a par 5, pretty much the same exact hole, but the basket was pushed back another 75 feet or so. Personally, I like this change. It makes it a stroke harder, literally, and just accessing the green is much tougher.
Dave Feldberg with the honors on the back nine. This hole is, you can get aggressive with right-hand sidearm like Ricky is, going high and turn over, and this looks like not turned over quite enough. And that'll fade out early to the right in the deep rough, so this is one of the harder par 4s to get a 3 on. Not necessarily to get a par on, but you just need a very good placed shot. This looks perfect by James with, I guess, a putter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so hard to keep it in the middle. He's right, left side there, and from there it's still like almost 400 feet to the basket, straight tunnel shot.
Yeah, like if you're playing, I'd say the conservative play off this hole is like an understable putter thrown high on a hyzer that kind of flips as it falls. So you can maybe be in the middle, and then the next shot is very difficult because you need a pushing backhand with late flip. Feldberg was out of position on his first shot, so he puts up a hyzer. Looks like he got to a place where he'll have an easy approach shot for his par.
And exactly like the shot Rick did was the shots we couldn't do at Northwood last week at Worlds. Just there wasn't any scramble possibilities. All you had to do is pitch out sideways. But on this course has long history, so it's nice and broken in, and there's some nice gaps even in the tight rough.
It's a great shot right there by James, giving himself an opportunity to get a birdie on probably one of the tougher holes on the course. But this second shot is one of my personal favorite holes on the course, just because the fairway is very big in the trees, and it's just very picturesque.
I think very big is an overstatement.
It's large compared to a lot of the gaps out here. Dave from a good distance.
A large distance.
A large distance.
Oh, almost throws it in.
Puts it in with the C-ness in the circle, that is. Oh,
I want to put $100 that was going in. Any bets? Any takers? Is that how you say it?
yeah. I'll put 100 on it too.
We gotta ask Mike later. Sick birdie for James.
James is at 5 down now. 5 down through 10. In not so great conditions, super tough course. He's on fire. And I want to note right now that this course plays probably at least 3 strokes harder with the changes. So like a 5 under previous years isn't all that great, but this year it's really good. Like I know last year Paul when he won, spoilers, wrecked the course. He was I think for the tournament he was like 35, 36 under. which would be incredibly hard to do with the changes here now, just because of the adjusted par. Hole 11, par 4, 600 feet, slightly downhill, bunch of trees to contend with. Really on this hole, you're just wanting to carry at least 250, 300 feet of distance to give yourself a look to attack the green.
Yeah, hole 11 here is, I don't know, one of the weirder kind of holes. Kind of like a throw and hope kind of hole where you almost like want to just close your eyes and throw, and then you just hope you don't hear a tree hit.
I'd say the gap is very fair off the tee, but then as you progress further down the fairway, that's when you're just kind of hoping to miss a tree. Like right there.
Perfect.
Or Dave, right? Dave throws a great shot and gets through a lot of the trees that you feel like you might hit. Rick gets over on it a little bit, but he carries a fair amount of distance. It's not going to have the easiest look from there, but you never know what alley you might have. And Mike does the same thing that I did. Spoiler. But I did not do that on my second shot. He carried a lot more distance. And he'll be on the left side. Like you never know what alley you will have on this hole. James looked like he slipped pretty good there.
There's a lot of gaps on this hole, but like no good ones. Like every gap you get, if you get a gap, is like gambling.
Okay, Ricky with
Wow.
a max force over sidearm. Beautiful.
Are you sure that's a max?
You want to go ask him today?
Sure.
I am, just by the way that flew, that looks very max-like. And I've played with Ricky a few times, so I've had my eyes open for what he's throwing. You gotta know your competitor's discs, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Get in.
Good attempt there by Feldberg.
That was almost an eagle.
That would be really cool. I think Barsby eagled it last year with a throw-in.
Is Barsby at this event?
Barsby is not here.
No Paul Macbeth, no Barsby, no Kevin Jones, no Sepopayu, and probably a few other guys I'm forgetting right now.
Yeah.
But it was just too close after Worlds. It is tough nowadays to schedule our tours because there's just so many tournaments, so many great courses, and so many things going on.
And the crazy thing is that Maple Hill is next week.
I know.
Just back to back to back.
Yeah, and we all know no one wants to miss Maple Hill.
Our job is really tough, guys.
Hard life. Mike needs to get back on track. This is now his third bogey in the last 4 holes. I don't know, it didn't seem like he was throwing bad shots. It's just one bad break here, one there, and then suddenly you're just scrambling for pars. What was that?
Feldberg forced a putt like Barsby there. He seemed very nervous about that short putt, but he puts it in. He gets his birdie. Does a little Slav squat there.
There you go, Rick.
Hole 12, par 4, 520 feet. One of the tighter holes off the gap. And, you know, there's a bunch of different ways you can play this hole. But I imagine these guys are just going to be taking a rock, mid-range putter, something of that variety, putting it down the fairway.
Yeah, this hole's tighter, but also the shot you want to throw is almost like one of the shortest shots you need to throw. And Feldberg is going long. There's an OB road back there.
And he is OB.
Wow, I wonder what his game plan was. Did he try and cut the corner and just threw it too straight?
Ricky misses the gap that you want to hit, but finds a different one.
That's not bad. The right side is actually really good if you're on the right and far enough down there.
James tries to hit Ricky's gap, but does not do so successfully. He's going to be on the right side. Right side is better because it opens up more of the fairway.
Got it, sorry.
This hole is borderline poke and hope. Would you agree?
I think less than the last hole, but the upshot kind of is. Also, the green is on a weird slope with a bunch of rocks on it. James getting maybe even a good kick there, saving him from the road. But this course is all about lacing shots. Like almost every hole, you gotta pimp your drive straight and true. And I don't know, most courses, it just seems like every course has like one or two, maybe three of these holes where you really need to commit to crushing a straight one. But this course, every hole, if you don't lace a shot, you're going to be in trouble.
I can't imagine what this looks like from where Dave's at. Being out of bounds, on a road, approaching a very difficult green. Mike sails over the basket, outside the circle. He's going to have about a 45-footer from where he's at.
Yeah, and with this green, even a layup is risky because of all the ground action you could get. Is he running this?
He wants it. Sails past it. And gets
It's okay.
pretty much as big of a roll as you probably can get with all those rocks. For bogey.
For par.
He was out of bounds.
Yeah, so 3, 4.
Oh.
Math is hard. Oh my god, again, so close. Does that count as a spit out? Ricky says no.
No. Mike hits the band. James from about 25 here. Showing that he's one of the best putters in the world.
Great save. Still 5 down. And the next 3 holes are actually all par 3s. So these guys are looking to pick up some 2s there.
This is a course where it's very easy to go your entire round without a 2.
I did that.
You did that?
I did that.
2 other people on my card yesterday did that as well. All right. Dave is in for bogey at this point. Now I'm sure of that.
Good math.
Thanks. Hole 13. It's par 3, 360 feet. This one's tricky. You want to throw an overstable disc and push it straight, probably for 280 feet until at the last second breaking straight left. So, what are you trying to do here, Simon?
This is, again, a hole. I kind of close my eyes and throw.
Like this.
This might be perfect if it's not too short. It was too short.
Like that's the general shot shape you want, but you just need maybe a little bit more Anheuser out of the hand. James has a gator in his hand. He's ripping it on a little bit of Anheuser.
Same tree as Rick, I think.
And it's just very difficult.
Was that OB? No, that's still safe. There's on the right side low, there's a parking lot OB.
That's perfect right there.
Great camera work by Mike.
Calling him out. Simon Lizotte has a very high standard. Oh, and a big roll from Iron Hill standards.
All right. Yep.
He's going to have a putt.
Where is James?
James Conrad's sidearm coming up.
Oh, he was just in bounds. See how close
wow.
that was? So that's a good break for James. You have a chance to save a par. That was some good touch. Wow, nice shot.
He's got all the tricks, guys.
This course is also great to beat in your discs.
Yeah. That's one thing that some people do not like about this course is you're throwing your high-speed drivers into rocks and they're getting pretty gnarled up.
Great putt by Mike. Pro side just spit out, and Feldberg
Correcting.
with a birdie.
We're on to hole number 14, 425 feet. Yet another change from last year. We're going to be flying right over where the basket used to be. And they decided to push it back another 60 to 75 feet, making it a very difficult par 3 that probably only like 1 or 2 people are going to get this weekend.
Yeah, this hole... I don't know. It feels like it plays further than it is. It's just ever so slightly uphill. Not really. It's kind of straight, but you have to get so straight and far back there to get a putt. And for the righty backhand shot, like all the trees are on the right side, so you got to get actually kind of lucky to get to the circle, which Ricky did and made it look pretty easy. He got all the distance he needed.
James going rip Thunderbird, maybe?
Oh, no.
He carried a lot of distance. The left side is actually pretty thin, so we'll be able to maybe even have a look from where he's at. A James Conrad look is much further than a look for maybe me or you.
Put some water on it if you want. I think you can
He's
a
been
little
doing this
easier.
for a long distance,
Oh, really?
and me and you haven't.
All right, James, throw it in. Oh,
That's maybe a little bit outside James Conrad range. But now, his next shot is in James Conrad range.
wow, crazy mistake from James there. Going like, when was his last bogey? I think hole 3. Nice glidey run from Mike. He really wants this one. Oh. I hate when it's that close, especially for a par. You're like, oh, I tried my best. It's not enough.
Just give it to him.
It's like a third miss we saw from Rick inside. Not inside, but
He was-
close to circle's edge.
He was inside the circle there. You don't see
Wow,
that
James
every
even
day.
had a tester for bogey there after a little roll away. Yeah, that's got to be a bit frustrating. Playing so solid. Solid or solidly? Solidly, I guess.
Solid.
Solidly? English grammar's hard.
English grandma?
Grammar?
You said grandma.
Oh, no.
I have an English grandma.
English grammar's hard.
Hole number 15, 385 feet. Another change from last year. It's moved. The basket's moved a little bit shorter, which makes it a par 3 now. It was probably pushed back another 75 feet, and they called it a par 4, which was actually a pretty easy par 4. And it's basically like a backhand hyzer flip that just kind of ends off. Actually, really similar to the last hole.
Oh, Feldberg having a little crisis there. But didn't go OB. That was all he was asking for, I guess.
Got what he wanted. That was a good line, but he just got unlucky and hit a tree. Or maybe he wasn't unlucky because that's what you're kind of supposed to do on this hole because there's so many of them.
That's a good shot. This hole is actually quite a bit uphill, and someone on my card threw like what I thought was the perfect shot, and he was like 50 feet short. Oh, the thinnest tree, James. Wow, James now a couple holes in a row just on the struggle bus.
Ooh, that is a very tough spot to be in. Like, at that point, there's only one thing you can do, and that's pray that you're gonna miss a bunch of trees.
Sorry guys, I gotta run up a little bit. I've never been back here.
Feldberg claims that he's never been back there before.
How many times has Feldberg played this course?
7.
That's it?
7 times. I have no idea. You should go ask him. Ricky in position to just throw a little flick AVR. So much touch.
Beautiful shot. But we have Feldberg sitting at 4 down, James sitting at 4 down, both not looking. What? How does this always happen when in the middle of my sentence? So close for Mike. That was almost a birdie. But they're both sitting not great for their pars. So if they go bogey on this hole, then we have Feldberg, Conrad, and Wysocki tied at 3 down. But Feldberg still has the chance right here.
No, are you kidding me?
It gets frustrating out there, guys. James for bogey. And, like,
Back to back for James.
this is something this course will do to you. You can get on a hot streak and feel like you're about to just turn on the NOS. And then you just stop. You stop, you get some bogeys, and then you just get put in your place.
Oh, wait, that was a double for Dave?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it may not be the longest hole, but if you start hitting trees early, you can find yourself in a really bad spot. Hole 16, par 4, 610 feet. Kind of just want to get in this general landing zone where the drone's at, like right now. Then you'll have a fairly simple kind of flip up style shot to get yourself in the green. It's really all about getting out this initial gap, which Ricky does beautifully here.
That's got to be the perfect drive.
Yeah, that's very good. He's 100% in position to have a great birdie look there.
Yeah, the crazy thing of like the last 3 holes, especially a 3 down on those 3 holes or a 3 over on those 3 holes can be like a foot apart. You can play them the exact same, just a foot different.
Speaking of perfect shot, this is it right here. He gets a lot of distance on that turnover.
I guess that was a Wraith, actually, his blue disc.
He's in James Conrad AVR zone now.
Wow. 3 exceptional drives.
That's right.
That's right.
Mike's just carrying some distance up there. Still going to have a lot of hole left. Seems like Feldberg has a good gap here. Looks like he almost twists his ankle, but he's going to probably get a birdie.
Yeah, that's a great shot. He had maybe like a 10-foot gap there and piered it.
Ricky with a pig in his hand. And that'll be making bacon. Is it bad that a vegan made that joke?
I think it's even better that way.
That is so unfortunate. James throws a soft putter shot and somehow hits a rock outside the circle. And that almost hits Alyssa Van Lannen.
Wow, she was happy though.
Yeah, just happy it didn't hit her.
Mike, gonna have to settle for another bogey.
Oh, we get a graphic here. I think this is James's moment to turn it back on. Jump putt
Boom.
James. Jump putt James. Just looks like he's shaking hands with the basket when he releases. It's a good tip. Shake hands with the basket.
That was great.
That'll be fun with the basket too. Be like, hey basket, nice to meet you. Give it a very solid handshake. And I'll appreciate that. I'll give you good karma.
Really?
Yeah, of course. You don't do that? Good birdie by Feldberg. And 3 birdies on this hole. It's not the toughest par 4 on the course, but 3 birdies is kind of a lot. Mike looks like he's having a bit of a tough time. Hole 17, par 5, 860 feet. This is the hole that Seppu Paju eagled last year. Absolutely incredible. I think he went 2 high-speed drivers back to back, which is something that is really difficult to do on this hole because you sacrifice a lot of control by doing so. Ricky looks to have a destroyer in his hand, and that looks very good. Very, very good. And I think he's in a great position, but he might be just a little bit left. But this is such a demanding hole. I imagine this would probably be a dream 18, hole 17 for me.
James, really?
I love this hole.
Yeah, it's a cool hole. It is a cool green. This is a hole where like a lot of weight falls off of your shoulders when you release your tee shot and you see, okay, I didn't hit the first tree. It's like instantly you feel way happier than you did before the tee shot.
Like right there, Feldberg is happy now. Mike is happy.
A little flippy little thing. What's that? A turn?
I think it might be a turn.
Just guessing by the shape of the flight.
Get lucky, he says.
Oh.
Oh, it did get lucky. I really don't know what this disc is. I imagine it's like a Sidewinder. He's going to be on the right side. I was there yesterday, and there's actually a pretty good alleyway there for kind of a straight flip-up style shot. Ricky wanting to get the eagle. And that,
Wow.
that is like pretty much what Seppo did. He's going to be just outside the circle, putting for a par, or putting for a par if it was a par 3. So putting for eagle. Damn. Nice shots, Rick. Could you imagine if we just played this course everything par 3?
Yeah, we would also 10 over.
It would be exactly the same.
It would.
It's putt for Dave. James got an old Ching rock in his hand.
That looks perfect.
That was good. Just get on top of the hill. You see the white line painted on the hill. That's the circle. So we'll just be a little bit outside. Hunting uphill so we can be aggressive when running it. For the eagle.
Yeah. Wow, a 3 on this hole is... It's almost legendary. Like, it never happens. I've heard from locals that they've sometimes seen people throw in for 3, but this hole just plays so much longer than it looks. And even getting a chance to putt. And James having a chance for birdie, but also going high.
If you're putting for birdie, you're very happy on this hole. Just the fact that you got there. Was that for par? Was that for birdie?
I don't know. I was trying to listen to what Dave was saying, but I couldn't understand. I think if you're putting for birdie on any hole, you're happy. But this hole especially. Like this hole, next level happy.
Great birdie by Ricky.
Tapping birdie. Feldberg for a par.
Okay, so you had 3 guys putting for under par strokes on that hole. That's well played.
For all those under par strokes.
That's what they were doing. Hole 18, it's par 4, 630 feet. This tee shot is it's kind of a pretty big gap, but there's a tree right in the middle of the fairway that seems like you always hit. Or at least I always hit it. Ricky doesn't. Wow. He gets way up the fairway. Oh, shout out to the guy who waved to us in the white shirt. James did not like that. Gets too much turn. Kicks right.
I'm surprised. I was expecting to watch James just lacing all these shots.
Feldberg gets a good kick.
Yeah, not a bad spot right there. The upshot is kind of the harder shot of this hole.
The only way I've found to have a clean approach to the basket is by pushing a shot very straight for longer than you would think.
Yeah.
And then that kind of opens up just a kind of straight mid-range or putter approach shot.
James with another forehand roller.
That's got to flip. Get over.
Wow, James. If James scrambles a par here, that's going to be really impressive. As Mike.
It's a good shot from where he's at. And like Feldberg is somewhat in position, but you see he's got to go a little bit wider. But he knows that. I don't need to tell Dave Feldberg what to do.
You can give him some advice.
Go in.
Do you think you need some advice, Simon?
Wow. Wait, was that James?
That was James.
Great shot.
Ricky with the piggy.
Don't hit it.
Oh. And right there, that tree that he just hit makes his birdie almost not there. I mean, we all know Ricky Wysocki can putt, but like, he's not gonna get easy birdie now. High spike hyzer. Just outside the circle.
Those guardian rocks there make that putt very tricky. Wow, great finish by
In
Mike.
style.
He's smiling, even though it was a bogey. Not the greatest back nine of his life, probably, but at least it's really good. Finishing in style.
That's a great reaction. I love it.
James to save par.
Great par save there by James.
James needed that putt.
I think so. If he missed it, I think he would have fallen off lead card potentially.
Yeah, and you know who would have been on lead card?
No.
Me.
Oh. All right, guys. So for round 1, you saw the best score of the day by Ricky Wysocki.
Bogey freak.
And he had a lot of shots that he's normally would make.
Yeah. Here we have the whole leaderboard, the top 10. Eagle McChicken. Sorry.
Ricky Wysocki, James Conrad, and Mr. Bazooka from Estonia, Albert Tam. Thank you to JomezPro Founders Club for making this possible. We're going to be here for the round 2, right?
Yes, we will be here for round 2, so you'll see this guy on Jomez. I almost made it. I missed it by 1 stroke. Why did James make that last putt? I mean, good putt, James. And like and subscribe. These were the Crush Boys from Team Discmania.
Team Discmania, baby. Keep on dreaming. And
thank you, Jomez.
Thank you, Jomez.
Give him some love.